This video is presented by EA Game Changers. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded for a while, by the way. I ended up going to the pub with mum and dad and put my name down for a house, so I'm actually in the process of moving out. Videos will be back to normal as soon as I have the chance. But today, my good God, I'm going to tell you whether or not you should buy The Sims 4 Realm of Magic. And I am honestly having a mental breakdown over this. First things first, I just want to say I am an EA Game Changer, which means I get provided with this pack for free, which I am so thankful for. Just want to put that out there. I'm a thankful gal. But also because I get this pack for free to make a review on it, I can't be 100% unbiased. Even though everything I say in this video is my own thoughts and opinions, I'm not paid in any way by EA, or they don't tell me in any way to say a certain thing. This is my own opinions. But because I never paid for it, I can't be totally unbiased. Just so that's out there. Just so you know. So let me just say, we have a magical pack now. Let me say it louder for the people in the back. We have a magical pack. Sims 1 Making Magic who? That one's jesting. You can't replace Sims 1 Making Magic, right? I'm kind of offended at myself for even insinuating that. Really excited for this pack because for me, The Sims 3 Supernatural did not cut it. Did not cut it. I was not impressed with that one. And this one seems to be more in the style of The Sims 1 Making Magic, so I'm excited. I'm excited. So let's talk about Create Sim first. First thing I want to say as well about Create Sim is that witches and wizards don't have a separate body type, Sasha-Fias, alter ego kind of thing like we've seen with vampires and with aliens. They just have the one body type, which I think is absolutely great because it's so annoying to have to make one sim and then basically make another sim, even though it's the same sim. So I'm happy that they're just in the one state. Have I made that clear? I don't know. I've had a long week. And we don't have anything for toddlers and children, which absolutely big fat sucks. I just want to say EA need to sort that out. I know they've said that they don't really do that much for kids and toddlers because apparently nobody plays with them. But I just want to talk about that 1 second, right? That could be false. I don't know where I've got that information from. That information's in my head. I could have made it up. But like really, where have they got the information from? Because they're either stalking how we play our games, because how else are they supposed to know that we don't play with kids? That sounds wrong. I just want to put it out there purely in the context of The Sims, right? Not in real life or out like that, if you know what I'm saying. I just don't accept that information as fact. And I think that the Sims community is innocent until proven guilty. And I believe a lot of people play with... I believe that... I'm trying to make this sound okay and it just doesn't sound okay. I believe a lot of people play with kids in The Sims, right? The end part of that sentence is the thing you should be focusing on in The Sims before I get demonetized. But maybe if the Sims team included more things for kids and toddlers, we might actually play with kids and toddlers more. But yeah, also you can't be a witch if you're a kid or a toddler. I think it's teens up, which kind of sucks. But you know, I'm just adding in some food for thought. What we do have in Create Sim is great for the most part. I am going to talk about some things that I don't necessarily like. But let's just focus on the good right now because I'm feeling pleasant. Daniel pleasant. The hairstyles are somewhat lacking in quantity. There's not that much of them, but as for quality, they are really, really good. And some of the hairstyles as well are a welcome addition to the game. We're actually getting more and more diverse hair types as well, which I'm happy about because this has been an issue before in The Sims where if we have got natural styled hair, it's not of the best quality at all. So I'm glad that The Sims are making improvements on that. I think that's a really welcome addition to the game. And I keep saying this more and more in each pack that's coming out, so I'm happy about that. And the clothes too, I think the clothes are pretty much outstanding. I will say this though, this kind of stuff is my jam. This is my type of vibe. I love all this spooky stuff. I love the designs of them, the aesthetic design. I absolutely love it. This is my jam on toast, if you will. If it was like socially acceptable, I would wear a Halloween costume every single day of the year, especially Christmas. But I might be a little bit biased there on that one because this is down my alley. And I am also a veteran emo, so, you know, it makes sense. But I really like the style of clothing. There is still clothes that can be used outside of this context, which is good. Something called cross-pack compatibility. This passes the cross-pack compatibility test that I always say. So Create Sim is really, really good. And then we get to the makeup, and this is the kind of the definition of kind of play out, yeah, but take your little brother with you. I don't know, hens, I'm just not feeling this one. I'm really not. This eyeliner kind of looks like it's 2007. You just finished listening to Ohio is for Lovers by Hawthorne Heights. You pick up your £1 liquid eyeliner you got from Claire's, and then suddenly
I'm an emo kid, non-conforming as can be. You be non-conforming too if you look just like me.
That's the vibe I'm getting from this. I kind of like the lipstick. I don't think it's bad. And the blush, it's kind of cool too, but the quality isn't that great. It kind of almost looks like custom content. I really like the concept of the makeup, but the execution, Thankfully though, the accessories 100% redeem the eyeliner. In fact, they're such high quality that I was big fat shocked at them, to be honest. I'm 100% impressed. I'll use these all the time. And then for traits, you don't get any new traits, I don't think. I'm always bad at spotting them. Like, I've said this before, you don't get any new traits, and people will be like, yeah, you do, but you know what? I don't buy my glasses. And there are new aspirations as well, which focus on living a kind of witchy kind of life, because it's a witch's pack, you know. Creator Sim items are really cool, but honestly, if you're gonna buy this pack just for the Creator Sim items, I'd say leave it. This pack focuses more on gameplay and actually being a witch than it does on Creator Sim items. The Creator Sim items though do complement it very, very well, and I'd say 98% of the items included are very strong, but it's a nice addition to the pack. But if you're just gonna buy it for the clothes, just download some CC, save yourself some money. I do have a massive critique though about this, and this isn't just about the pack, this is an intrinsic problem with occults in general. I could just be an idiot and not know how to do it, but I spent so long making a sim, going through all the outfits and stuff like that, and she was beautiful, she was gorgeous. I thought, oh, she's perfect for my little video. And then I realised I hadn't actually made her a witch, she was just a human sim, and then there was no way I could then make her a witch. So what I had to do was make an actual witch. So naturally, I made Severus Snape and Voldemort.
Are you ready? Ooh, I know you see me standing here.
Now we move on to build and buy mode, and you do get a lot of items, and I am thoroughly impressed with them. I'm not going to go into a proper in-depth detail of every single thing, because this isn't an overview, this is just opinion, basically. And I was thoroughly impressed with this on first viewing. It seems like they've really taken on board our critiques that the swatches don't match, because all of the swatches, including the swatches from the windows, the doors, the bed frames, every single object has the same kind of swatch pattern, which I absolutely love. Also, I thought that they did, and then as I was making Severus Snape his little secret potions corner, naturally, I put these two items in, and they're the exact same swatch, apparently, but they're not the same swatch. So I don't know if this is just a mistake by EA or not, but also, why aren't these kind of things looked over? EA, I am confusing. But I do also have another little complaint, and again, this is not really to do with just this pack, it's more to do with The Sims 4 in general, but obviously this pack highlights it as well, is that the windows and doors are absolutely big, bad, beautiful. But why don't we have the windows for each wall height? Do you know what I mean? I can get on the one hand, like, yeah, it's very time consuming to do that because you'd have to make different meshes for each of the walls. But also, if you're going to introduce something like different wall heights, at least go all out with it. Dare I say, lazy? That is, like I said, a problem with The Sims 4 in general. But the build and board
Fatality.
build and buy mode items from this pack genuinely are great, and you will use these so much more than just in the context of let's become a witch or wizard. These will be staples in your homes. And now we talk about the world. So the two worlds, Glimmershook and Diagon Alley, and Glimmerbrook is a livable world, and the other place is basically like a meeting ground for witches and warlocks, and you can get things from there. And I'm in two minds about this, the fact that they're separated, because A, Glimmerbrook is a small place and so is the magical world, and combining the two would create one big world, obviously. And I'm not just saying that to be daft, but I'm pointing out because there's been complaints before about the Get Famous world, Del Sol Dolcel Valley, and how small it was. So I think it's kind of a bad thing that Glimmerbrook is so small and has about 4 or 5 lots. But on the other hand, I think separating the worlds kind of makes it playable, and it allows the Sims team to be more creative with it and go full out. If the entire world was made in the style of the realm, then that entire world would really only be playable in the context of following a witchy storyline. But if the entire world was made in the style of Glimmerbrook, then it would just kind of feel repetitive, and the pack would feel a bit lackluster because it'd basically just feel like The Sims 3 Supernatural. I do think that splitting the worlds and having 2 worlds was the best move, and I'm happy with it. I don't think they've done it just because they're being lazy, but I also think because the world's so small and the lots in it are so small as well, it doesn't really make Glimmerbrook a playable world because there's nothing really there. And I don't build games, so I don't know how hard it is to add lots, but I don't know, it's more playable because it's separated, but also it's less playable because it's smaller. That's just my general opinion. But I also need to keep reminding myself, and I had to keep reminding myself while I was recording all the footage for this, that I'm keep measuring this against expansion pack standards, but it's not, it's a game pack. So for Glimmerbrook itself, the houses are in the same kind of style as Forgotten Hollow, but it's a lot more bright and, in my opinion, a much more playable world. And the world itself are really pretty, but the houses just not. And there was some definite architectural infractions committed whilst EA were building these houses. But it's also been canon that the Sims team are bad at making houses. It's something that we've known forever. And even though we're used to it and it's just like, haha, EA so bad at building houses, I really think that they can step the game up because it's been 19 years now. We deserve more than bad houses. I get that they can't fill it with loads of stuff. I get that. But for me, it's less filling it with loads of stuff and it's more the outsides are always awful or the floor plans are always awful. But again, that's an issue that's part of The Sims 4, not just this pack. So I think The Sims 4 is the one with the issue. And the realm is also really, really cool and I am really excited about it. This is the first time in a long time that I've proper felt that childhood magical spark that I got when I played The Sims 1 Making Magic. It's got a really whimsical, magical feeling. It's great. Diagonal, yes, corner where you can buy your stuff like potion ingredients, your broom. Yes, that's right, an actual broom. I'd buy the pack solely for the broom, to be honest. And you can buy wands and everything like that. There's a dueling quarter as well, a herbology quarter, and then a central part. And I'm pretty sure you can't live in this world. And that's one of my biggest criticisms, to be honest. I really think EA missed the mark with this one. I really think they should have just included another little part where you can live there as a witch or something. Because that world is so beautiful and not being able to live there, what's the point? Hopefully someone comes out and makes a mod, but I don't think it can happen. Again, this is something that's a Sims 4 problem, not just this pack problem, but kind of feels a little bit style over substance. Say like, yeah, it's a beautiful world and I'd love to live there. But also, once you're there and you've bought all your items and you've had a jewel in the corner and stuff, there's not really much else to do. But it is a beautiful world. It's different than anything we've ever had. It's a proper mint place to just go and feel witchy. To maybe want to put my Halloween decorations up early. Tell you that one for free. And now we move on to the gameplay. So there is a new interface for Magic Sims, which I really, really like. I just love the style of it. It shows your needs, if you're going to die, your spell level and stuff like that. And from here as well, you can view the tier system. So it works in the same way as vampires, which I love. I think that system really, really, really works. And if it's not broke, don't fix it, love. But I think the best addition to this is the spell book. I absolutely love the spell book. I was sold on this already, but the spell book, oh, it just made me throw away my receipt. If my maths is right, we have 39 spells, and these are separated into 4 categories. We've got Mischief, which is all about pranks, and I solemnly swear I'm up to no good and all that. Untamed Magic, which focuses more on powerful magic. Alchemy, which is potions, and then Practical Magic, and I'm over the moon about Practical Magic. This is all about like cleaning spells, duplication spells, loads of stuff like that. And you know what? Sometimes as a witch, it's fun to go and resurrect a zombie or whatever have you. But sometimes it's also just fun to come home from work and be like, oh, can't bother tidying this house. Bippity boppity boom, Kimanaki come around and clean everything up and you're good and ready to go. So I'm really impressed with the magic, to be honest. I think, as always, it could have went further. So now I'm going to go up my final opinions. I think it's a really, really good pack. It's different. I think it's took some inherent lovable things from The Sims 1 Making Magic and put them in The Sims 4. I think it works to an extent, but I think the problems mainly stem from The Sims 4 as a whole. Style over substance kind of thing, because there's not much actually to do in the realm of magic. Some of the create sim items are a little bit, but for what we get, I'm willing to overlook that. Glimmerbrook should be livable, but it's not. But overall, if this isn't your type of thing, don't buy the pack. Or if you only want this for the create sim items, I'd still say don't buy the pack, because this pack focuses mainly around gameplay, so just for create sim items will kind of be wasting your money. You can just download CC. But if this is your kind of thing and you like supernaturals, I really think you should buy this one. Supernaturals have been the best in The Sims 4. I think it's the best we've got so far. And usually I don't say that, but The Sims 4 really nails supernaturals in my opinion. And all of the criticisms I've got about this pack do stem from The Sims 4 as a whole, not just from this. And I think it's a really welcome addition to the game, and I love it. Build and buy mode's great, create sim's great. All of the items as well can be used in a context other than, not all. Like obviously the potions you can't. I mean, actually, I've got a potion thingy there, so you know what, you can. And it brings a little bit of quirkiness back into The Sims, which I really miss, because The Sims 4 lost that spark for me a little bit, but I think the quirkiness is coming back, and I'm excited, to be honest. That's my final comment. Actually, no, my final comment is, where the damn dickens is Bornhilda? I know you shouldn't add new comments to the conclusion of an essay, but I'm doing it. Where's Bornhilda? Bring me back my maid. I miss her. Justice for Bornhilda. But that's everything I've got today. Please make sure you let me know what you think in the comments below, because this pack, I think, is going to have really mixed opinions. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.